for me, there's something around being objective and being able to provide objective scrutiny to the organisation rather than being sort of submerged in the detail of the business.
I think in terms of values brought, that I've brought to particularly the Probation Trust, is partly because I've been myself. I run organisations, and have done throughout the whole of my working life, on the basis of devolving authority to the lowest possible level, empower people to do the jobs they're paid to do, trained to do, qualified to do, give them the decision-making capability, and give them the backing. My people know that whatever decision they make, based on what they know at the time, I will back. I will not have my people hung out to dry. So they've got the confidence to go out there and deal with offenders and improve the safety.
There's also the organisation that I'm a trustee for is a national children's charity, WizKids, and I brought technical expertise in knowing the service, knowing the system, and that sort of political acumen of how the system can work. So some insider knowledge I think was quite helpful in that particular forum.
I think as a non-exec generally, and certainly from my perspective specifically, I brought strategic knowledge, international experience, city experience, and in some cases probably the appropriate contacts.
I feel I brought particularly an outside perspective of the business world in the wider sense, and more specifically being an accountant. Naturally I'm very keen on strict financial control, which I think is essential in any business, and particularly with smaller businesses there is an education to do.
Overall it's just business sense and common sense, and not panicking when some major situation arises that you don't know where it's going to end up. In most cases I could probably say I've been in those situations and will have had a plan and come through the other side.
I move around in different industries and different businesses. I gain experience which I can pass on, I gain contacts that I can pass on, and I don't believe in sitting on the fence. I think if there is a sort of virtuous circle, then I would try and involve myself in that so that these recommendations can have some effect.
I've also introduced, if you like, a commercial attitude, although one did exist. There was an entrepreneurial attitude already. And so West Yorkshire now leads a consortium of 7 northern probation trusts, plus private sector involvement and third sector and charitable sector involvement, in order for us to compete with the large commercial organisations as the government increasingly brings to the marketplace criminal justice items for tendering. And thus far we've been incredibly successful. And that's partly down to the consortium that we have, and also down to the professionalism that we've developed amongst our people.